Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily Local News Update. I am with you, Azrina Brar, and let's start. First news. The Iowa Attorney General Office has paused its practice of paying for emergency contraceptions and, in rare cases, abortions for victims of sexual assault, a move that drew criticism from some victim advocates. Federal regulations and state law require Iowa to pay many of the expenses for sexual assault victims who seek medical help, such as the cost of forensic exams and treatment for sexually transmitted infections. Under the previous Attorney General, Democrat Tom Miller, Iowa's Victim Compensation Fund also paid for Plan B, the so-called morning after pill, as well as other treatments to prevent pregnancy. Next news. A Texas judge who sparked a legal firestorm with an unprecedented ruling of halting approval for the nation's most common method of abortion is a former attorney for a religious liberty legal group with a long history pushing conservative causes. U.S. District Judge Matthew Kacsmaryk, an appointee of former President Donald Trump, on Friday ordered a hold on federal approval of mifepristone in a decision that overruled decades of scientific approval. His ruling, which does not take immediate effect, came practically at the same time that U.S. District Judge Thomas O. Rice, an appointee of former President Barack Obama, essentially ordered the opposite in a different case in Washington. The split likely puts the issue on an accelerated path to the U.S. Supreme Court. Next news. Tennessee has become a new front in the battle for the future of American democracy after Republicans expelled two black lawmakers from the state legislature for their part in a protest urging passage of gun control measures. In separate votes on Thursday, the GOP supermajority expelled Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, a move leaving about 140,000 voters in primarily black districts in Nashville and Memphis with no representation in the Tennessee House. Kevin Webb, a 53-year-old teacher from Pearson's district, said removing him for such a small infraction is classic America. Next news. Nevada judge has thrown out a drug trafficking charge against a former Dances with Wolves actor but upheld a Las Vegas grand jury sweeping indictment on 18 sexual abuse-related felony crimes. In an ordered issue late Friday afternoon, Clark County District Court Judge Carly Kearney said state prosecutors presented enough evidence for a reasonable grand juror to conclude that the sexual assault occurred, but found there was no substantive testimony connecting Nathan chasing horns to the psilocybin mushrooms investigators found while researching his home. A short break from the daily English news of Millennium News 24/7. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News you need to know.
Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily Local News Update. I am Azrina Brar and let's resume with our daily news. From dressing as Roman soldiers in Antigua, Guatemala, to carrying palm fronds on the streets of Lagos, Nigeria, Christians around the world are celebrating Holy Week. For millions of Christians, the week between Palm Sunday and Easter, known as Holy Week, is the most sacred time of the year. It is the week Christians commemorate the Passion of Jesus Christ. The week began with Palm Sunday, where Mass at the Vatican was celebrated by Pope Francis in St. Peter's Square the day after he was discharged from the Agostino Gemelli University Hospital in Rome, where the Vatican said he was treated for bronchitis. Next news. Vice President Kamala Harris made a last-minute trip Friday to Tennessee, where she called for tougher firearm laws and criticized the Republican-controlled State House, which a day earlier expelled two Black Democratic lawmakers for their role in a protest calling for more gun control following a school shooting in Nashville. Harris received wild applause and several standing ovations as she told a crowd in Nashville's historically Black Fisk University that the so-called Tennessee three ousted reps Justin Jones and Justin Pearson and a third Democrat, Gloria Johnson, who avoided expulsion by a single vote, were being, in her words, silenced and stifled for standing up for the lives of school children. Next news. California officials won federal disaster aid for the state's salmon fishing industry, they said Friday, following the closure of recreational and commercial king salmon fishing season along much of the West Coast due to near record low numbers of the iconic fishing return to their spawning grounds. Dealing a blow to the salmon fishing industry, the Pacific Fishery Management Council unanimously approved the closure Thursday for fall-run Chinook fishing from Cape Falcon in northern Oregon to the California-Mexico border. Limited recreational salmon fishing will be allowed off southern Oregon in the fall. Next news. An Iranian opposition activist who U.S. authorities said was the target of two thwarted kidnapping or murder plots urged a federal judge in New York on Friday to hand a tough prison sentence to a woman who unwittingly funded one of the planned attacks. Masih Alinjad, a one-time Iranian journalist, said her sense of safety has been shattered since authorities notified her in 2020 that she was being watched and that photographers were taking her Brooklyn residence of 10 years. Since then, she has received U.S. government protection and has moved frequently between safe houses. A short break from the daily English news of Millennium News 24/7. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily Local News Update. I'm with you, Azrina Brar, and let's resume our daily news. A police force and university in Northern Virginia are teaming up for what they say will be the first of its kind study that will seek over the next 20 years that assesses the challenges police agencies face in recruitment and retention. Police departments across the country are reporting that they cannot hire officers fast enough to replace those retiring or resigning. An annual survey of nearly 200 agencies by the Police Executive Research Forum shows that the resignations increased by 47% from 2019 to 2022. Next news. Changes in air patterns as the world warms will likely push more and nastier hurricanes up against the United States east and Gulf coasts, especially in Florida, a new study said. While other studies have projected how human-caused climate change will probably alter the frequency, strength, and moisture of tropical storms, the study in Friday's journal Science Advances focuses on the crucial aspect of where hurricanes are going. It's all about projected changes in steering currents, said study lead author Karthik Balaguru in Pacific Northwest National Laboratory climate scientist. Next news. Republican lawmakers in Kansas approved a plan early Friday to end gender-affirming care for transgender youth, capping a week of intensifying efforts to roll back LGBTQ rights. The Kansas House voted 70 to 52 to pass a bill requiring the state's medical board to revoke the licenses of doctors who provide gender-affirming care to minors. Even though many professionals who deal with transgender youth see such care as vital for preservation of mental health and to prevent suicides. The Senate then voted 23 to 12 to approve the measure, sending it to Democratic Governor Laura Kelly. Next news. 3 men were given life sentences on Thursday for the 2018 killing of star rapper XXXTentacion, who was shot outside a South Florida motorcycle shop while being robbed of $50,000. Michael Boatwright, 28, Dedrick Williams, 26, and Trayvon Newsom, 24, were each convicted last month of first-degree murder and armed robbery by a jury following 8 days of deliberations. Prosecutors had not sought the death penalty, so life in prison was the only sentence that Broward County Circuit Judge Michael Uson could possibly impose for the first-degree murder convictions. This was in the daily local news update of Millennium News 24/7. Log in to see the latest news, all our social networking site Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok is Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel 24M24. Viewers now on both network broadcasting Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, also all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and latest news and views. Our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA Android, Millennium News Google, www.millenniumtv24.com. Stay tuned.